Chapter 34, Fractures and Consequences. Marcus had spent the night in the modern world wrestling with job insecurity and relationship complications, but returning to Voldris brought even more serious problems. The civil unrest that had been simmering for weeks was reaching dangerous new levels throughout Drakmor. Tom came to the city early that morning to help Marcus set up their new shop in the South District that Aldrich had rented. Walking through the streets, they could see evidence of escalating tensions everywhere. Inside the quieter side street, Tom tried to brighten the mood.
You know, Marcus, once we get this place running, we could expand. Maybe one shop near the Defenders, another close to the Academy. People always need food and supplies.
Marcus smiled faintly.
Thinking big already? Careful, you might end up richer than Lord Hammond if you keep talking like that.
Tom laughed nervously.
I will settle for enough coin to not worry about rent every month.
You will get there.
Marcus said encouragingly. Then he leaned in with a curious look.
By the way, how's Palwyn? I've noticed you two spending a lot of time together.
Tom's ears went red immediately.
She's fine, training hard like always.
That's not what I asked. I meant, is there something between you two?
Tom glanced away, clearly flustered.
You're imagining things. She's just a friend.
Friends don't make each other blush this much.
Par, Marcus teased. Tom shook his head, trying to hide a smile.
You're impossible. Let's just focus on the shop before you start matchmaking.
Fair enough, but if you need advice...
Marcus chuckled. Man, people are really getting crazy. Huh, Marcus?
Tom observed as they passed groups of locals and refugees glaring at each other with obvious hostility.
You have no idea, and they don't even know about the attack coming.
If they knew, would they come together or pillage the city?
Marcus considered the question seriously.
Honestly, Tom, I don't know. I think it's up to the leaders.
But the commotion outside their destination grew larger and more aggressive as they approached. What had started as verbal arguments was escalating into physical confrontation between refugee families and local merchants.
These parasites are destroying our neighborhood. They steal from honest businesses.
A local shopkeeper shouted,
We work twice as hard for half the pay, and you still treat us like criminals.
A refugee man replied angrily. The argument had attracted a crowd that was clearly choosing sides along ethnic and economic lines. Children from both communities watched their parents and neighbors face off with increasing hostility. Tom and Marcus moved toward their shop entrance, hoping to avoid the escalating conflict. But as they watched, one of the local men hit a refugee child, really hard, knocking the boy to the ground. Tom's enhancement magic flared instinctively as he swung at the man who had struck the child. Two other refugees ran to help Tom, recognizing him as someone willing to defend their community. The fight spread rapidly as bystanders joined either to protect their neighbors or settle old grievances. Marcus tried to calm everyone down, but failed completely. His security training kicked in as he attempted to isolate the weakest participants and defend himself against the most agitated ones.
Respect, brother. You learned a couple moves.
Tom said approvingly as Marcus successfully restrained a man who was trying to attack a refugee woman. But when Tom increased his enhancement magic and prepared to seriously hurt someone, Marcus stopped him.
Tom, stop. You'll kill them. They're just ignorant people.
At that moment, city guards arrived to the giant commotion of the fight scene. They saw Tom pushing 5 people away with enhanced strength and immediately identified him as the primary threat.
Stop it, big guy, or your sentence will be bigger.
The guard captain commanded as they surrounded Tom. One of the guards recognized Tom from previous encounters.
I remember this fellow. He attacked the jail a few months ago alone. Crazy he is.
Marcus stepped forward urgently.
Stop. We didn't do anything. We were trying to break up the fight.
Take him too.
The guard captain ordered, pointing at Marcus.
Let us go.
Tom protested, his enhancement magic still visible as his muscles tensed with unnatural strength.
Don't resist, Tom. They'll let us out after interrogation.
Marcus said, hoping to prevent the situation from escalating further. With Marcus and Tom, the guards arrested several instigators from both sides of the conflict. But the damage was done. The fight had been just a symptom of deeper social fractures that were tearing the city apart precisely when unity would be crucial for survival. In the guard station's holding area, Marcus and Tom found themselves surrounded by angry men from both communities, still arguing about blame and responsibility even while imprisoned together.
This is exactly what we don't need right now.
Marcus muttered as they waited for processing.
What do you mean?
Marcus lowered his voice so the other prisoners couldn't overhear.
We're facing external threats that require everyone working together. Internal fighting makes us vulnerable to manipulation and conquest.
You're talking about more than just crime and economic problems, aren't you?
Marcus nodded grimly.
Much more, but I can't explain details here.
The interrogation process was lengthy and bureaucratic. Guards questioned each participant about their role in the fight, their motivations and their connections to the broader civil unrest affecting the city. When Marcus was questioned, he tried to present himself as someone who had attempted to restore order rather than participate in violence. His security training helped him answer questions in ways that emphasized de-escalation and conflict prevention.
You were trying to stop the fight?
The interrogating guard asked skeptically.
Yes, sir. I saw the situation getting out of control and wanted to prevent serious injuries.
And your large friend?
He was defending a child who had been attacked. His response was protective, not aggressive.
The guard made notes, but seemed unconvinced.
Multiple witnesses say he threw several men considerable distances. That suggests excessive force.
Marcus chose his words carefully.
My friend is very strong, but he was restraining people, not trying to hurt them seriously.
After several hours, most of the participants were released with warnings and fines for disturbing the peace. But Tom's obvious enhancement abilities and previous reputation made his case more complicated.
You and your friend will need to stay overnight for additional evaluation. His magical abilities create security concerns.
The guard captain told Marcus.
We are not dangerous to law-abiding citizens. We were protecting someone.
That's for the magistrate to determine tomorrow.
Marcus felt frustrated, but understood that arguing would only make things worse. Tom's enhancement magic made him intimidating to normal people, especially guards who dealt with magical threats regularly. Malachar's mind control abilities would be devastatingly effective against communities that were already turning against each other. Divided populations were easier to manipulate, conquer, and control. This was exactly the kind of internal weakness that would make Malachar's conquest easier. He wouldn't need to break the city's defenses if the citizens destroyed each other first. But complaining about the situation wouldn't fix it. Marcus needed to focus on actionable solutions, coordinating resistance preparations, protecting his family's security, strengthening his business partnerships, and building capabilities that could matter when the crisis arrived. The next 2 weeks would determine whether Drakmor could overcome its internal divisions long enough to resist external conquest. Marcus felt the weight of that responsibility as he walked through streets that felt more like enemy territory than home.